Hey everybody, welcome back. Real briefly, I just wanted to talk about the new movie that just got released called Air. When I saw that over the weekend, I wanted to review it. Uh, it definitely didn't disappoint. There wasn't a whole lot about the movie that I didn't know, but it was still interesting to see it from Hollywood's perspective. It starred Matt Damon as the main character, and also Ben Affleck, and he was in it. He also directed it, and Jason Bateman. Those are the three main characters, and it didn't, like I said, it didn't disappoint. It was basically about them trying to get. It turned out to be Michael Jordan, obviously, and they didn't think he was going to be. A lot of people didn't think, even though he excelled in college, excelled in high school to get into college, and he excelled in college to get to the NBA. But I guess because of he was tall, but I guess because of his skinny stature back then, wasn't as muscular as he turned out to be in his later years in the NBA. A lot of people didn't think that he was going to be much of a star in the NBA, and even Michael said himself, he said, well, as good as he was in college, he had to prove himself all over again. He was the number 3 pick in the 1984 NBA draft, and that is basically the plot for the movie. They were trying to, there were a number of other players in the 1984 draft that they were talking about picking to endorse their product, and ended up being Jordan. Matt Damon was like all over getting Michael Jordan as the one to endorse Nike, and came up with his own brand name of shoes, the Air Jordans. But there are other names in the mix too, like Jordan's teammate who also played for the Lakers, James Worthy, was in there. They were thinking about him, and Barkley. I think Barkley did have, and that was Nike, but I forget what brand it was. But I remember in 1991 or 1992, Barkley did have his own brand of shoes. I don't know how well they went over, but I do remember hearing about that back in the day. And there was also thinking about like John Stockton and a bunch of other players that didn't turn out to be much in the NBA, like Sam Bowie and Terrence Stansbury. So, yeah, it was really interesting. It didn't disappoint. And they got his parents involved in it. Matt Damon went over to his house and talked to his parent. His mom and dad knew that he had such a talent, potential to become a talent in the NBA, which he obviously did. And we all know the rest is history. And it's just amazing that as good as Jordan was, you may wonder what he'd be worth today, but he didn't get paid. Not that he was really hurting, but he didn't get paid even back in the days when players didn't make as much money as they did today. He earned less money than other players. He made most of his money off of Nike, endorsing Nike, compared to the NBA. And Chicago teams, especially the Bulls, are known for being cheap, underpaid, especially with Scottie Pippen and amongst other players, not wanting to give them fair contracts. So Jordan, as good as he was, even though he was paid pretty well, he was still underpaid compared to other players in the league. Back in the day, you just wonder how much he'd be worth today. Maybe if he's not with the Bulls, but if he played for another team that has a higher salary cap, that isn't as tight with their money. So yeah, I definitely recommend seeing it, especially if you're a basketball fan. If you're a Jordan fan, it didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed the movie. And comment, like, share, subscribe. And I'll talk to you all real soon in another great video. Have a great week, everybody. Talk to you all soon. Bye.